I'm trying to get there.
All right, we're beginning. Welcome to Fellowship of Spirit in Farmington, New Mexico. And I hope that all of you are having a blessed day, as we are. Gosh, it's almost like summer outside. It is so nice. And we've got a little rain. We have a lot of sunshine, so you just can't go wrong living in beautiful Farmington, New Mexico. Shay and I are here. I believe Margaret is coming. She's running a little bit late. You ready to do a prelude? Okay. While she's working her way up here, I'll read our mission statement to you. To positively affect our world by extending peace, love, spirituality, understanding, and friendship to all people with grace and gratitude. Our vision is to be a spiritual center of awakening to the I Am Christ consciousness, and membership is open to everybody. And we have our prelude by Shay. It's number 81 in the book, Prayer for Protection.
I'm actually going to change it to 174.
Okay. And what is its title?
May the blessings of God rest upon you.
May the blessings
So I'm
of
just
God...
switching around a little bit.
That's what I was going to do.
May the blessing of God rest upon you. May his peace abide with you. May his presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessing of God rest upon you. May his peace abide with you. May his presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. May the blessing of God rest upon you. May his peace abide with you. May his presence illuminate your heart now and forevermore. Now and forevermore. Now and forevermore.
Thank you, Shay. Beautiful.
That was beautiful.
We are blessed at this time to have Shay and Margaret as our musicians. Fred is still dealing with his mother, and there doesn't seem to be a change there, but he wishes us well and says he's sorry he can't be here. Susan Barnes in Belize, Central America, is going to give us our opening prayer.
So, good morning. And as nice as it is, there seems to be freezing here. Now, freezing, by the way, happens to be 72 degrees. Oh, yeah, actually it's 77. But it's cold. So it's all in a matter of perception. Okay, so let us proceed in a good way. Take a deep breath and open your heart. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that's good, we give thanks for this day. We give thanks for all the opportunities that we have that allow us to grow and to become better people, to see things in a different way. We give thanks for all of our good health, for the abundance that comes our way. We give thanks for all the people that are around us, supporting us, loving us, and helping us to find our way through this earthly experience. For all of these good things, we give thanks and we open our hearts that we may continue to receive your blessings today, every day, and all through the year. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Susan. Okay, let's see, we have a song by Shay. You gonna change this one?
I'm going to do the prelude.
Okay, she's gonna do the prelude now, the prayer for protection, or the, yeah, prayer for protection. Okay.
The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is.
Thank you, Shay. Beautiful. Okay, if you will repeat with me our reflective moment. Love produces a flow of energy that I now feel. I love others more than ever, and I feel privileged to be here. Love flows from one person to another as we create an atmosphere of holiness, and so it is. Okay, and we have our Qigong spiritual energy treatment by Yvette up in Boulder, Colorado area.
So let's connect ourselves to source energy by breathing chi energy in through the top of our head and down to our heart 3 times. Inhaling, exhaling, sending chi to ourselves. Again, inhaling, exhaling, and once more, and exhaling. And now let's call to mind all these people we feel are in need of extra healing energy. And this time we'll breathe the chi in through the top of our head, down to our heart, and out to their hearts. 3 times. Inhaling, exhaling, sending the chi to our heart and out to their hearts. Again, inhaling and exhaling. Once more, inhaling, exhaling, visualizing everyone happy and well, bringing our hands together in prayer position, sealing in the chi, and a bow in gratitude for the opportunity to send and receive chi. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. Okay, and Shay's doing double duty, triple duty today. She's running back and forth. She's doing our spiritual reading, and then we'll have a song, number 42. This is my, nope, that's not it. 126, A Vision.
So I've read some letters from Elizabeth Gilbert, and I was going to read another one this morning. She wrote, "Dear love, what would you have me know about burnout?" Oh, sweetheart, I feel the tears spark in your eyes as you write this question. Don't you already know me well enough to know the answer? That it will be the same answer every time, year after year, day after day. Burnout is a case of cognitive misunderstanding. Burnout is the direct result of the innocent belief that you have more power than you have, and that if you just try harder, learn more, put in more hours, you will be able somehow to shape a world where there is less damage happening. Damage to you, to others, to the planet as a whole. Burnout is trying to flex influence where you have none. You push and push against boulders and boundaries that cannot be moved, and it exhausts you, and then you think you have failed. Burnout always comes with the belief that you have failed. But remember that thing Leonard Cohen said in the documentary about him? There is a feeling we have sometimes of betraying some mission that we were mandated to fulfill and being unable to fulfill it, and then coming to the understanding that the real mandate was not to fulfill it, and the deeper courage was to stand guiltless in the predicament in which you find yourself. Guiltless in the predicament in which you find yourself. It's okay to cry when you read those words. Everyone you will ever know will also stand at times in that same predicament, having pushed themselves to the limit of their body, mind, and spirit to make something happen or prevent something from happening that they had no power over, that they could not believe they had no power over. It's okay, darling. It's okay to have emotions rise up when you hear these words, to have heat rise in your body, tears rise in your heart and eyes. It's okay, even after all this time, to feel a kind of overwhelm at what you still perceive to be the impossible assignments of Earth School. But my little star pupil, would you gently consider recognizing that impossible assignments are only impossible when you take on battles that were never your responsibility to begin with? Battles that could not be won, that were not meant to be won? Can you soften into a wiser understanding that surrendering before all that you are powerless over creates a beautiful space of peace, the most beautiful space of peace the universe has to offer? Drop the knives that you are still holding at your own throat, little one. I know you have already let go of so much shame, so much self-abuse and perfectionism, but still, sometimes you hold a knife blade to your own throat, and you sharpen that blade with words directed to and against yourself. Words like, you should have known better, you should have tried harder, you must never make a mistake like that again, you should have spoken more carefully, you shouldn't have lost your cool, you should have tried one more time, you should have tried 10 more times, you should have studied harder, you should learn to endure more. In short, the knife blade sings the song, you are still not good enough. Improvements are needed. Honey, please listen. Who would not burn out under such a merciless system of beliefs? Little teacup, there has to be one place in the world that you can retreat to where nothing further is expected or demanded of you. That place is this conversation, this voice that you hear when you reach out in the cosmos and ask for help. My love, we would be so pleased if sometimes you would surrender before the crash. What we wish is that you would understand your limits not after your body, life, spirit, and heart have already been fully exhausted by your efforts, but way, way before that point. Way before that point. We have never left you, even when you go running after your dreams and fears, or try to do things that are not possible. We're here now to teach you for the second half of your life how to not run and chase quite so hard. We're going to ramp up the stillness and the slowdowns this year. We'll meet you there at the precious holy center of your quietness, standing guiltless in your various predicaments, reaching out your hand, asking for help. We will be there as you learn to be more still and let go. We will be there all year for all the lifetimes to come. We always have been, we are love, and we are yours. So drop the knives, little buttercup. You're doing just fine. Nothing further is needed right now. In this moment, you may trust and believe. You have done more than enough. We love you.
Wonderful words of wisdom. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Especially the part about not buying other people's problems, not fighting their battles. I have a hard time reminding myself of that all the time. So thank you very much, and thank you for that lady and her letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shay. That was lovely. Hits me
Do
right
what?
where I
Do what?
said, thank you, Shay. That was very lovely. Hits me right where I am right now.
Yes. I just couldn't hear you the first time around. It was muffled. Okay, we have a song by Shay.
Number 126, A Vision. In moments rare there comes to me a vision unexpected. I clearly see within my soul the universe reflected. I am a part of all that's good. I feel I know no limit. The God in all stands for so clear. No fancied hills can dim it. No matter what life's future hours may hold of earth-born sadness, I know there comes to me in truth a heritage of gladness that far transcends all grosser things. I've caught the vision glorious. We are a part of all that's good, and good shall be victorious.
Beautiful. Thank you, Shay. And now it is my honor and privilege to welcome Mark Wolf, who has not been with us in a long time physically, but spiritually he is with us all the time. And thanks to Zoom, we get the wisdom from his brain and his mouth. So welcome, Mark Wolf, and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, Jerry. Can you hear me okay? Is there an echo?
Nope, sounds great.
Okay. All right. I was kind of enjoying that down from Mount Sinai sound. But anyway, good morning, Fellowship of Spirit. Good morning to everybody that's on Zoom and YouTube and times and places beyond. Happy New Year, everybody. Wow. It's 2026. How do we get that far? You know, I just keep walking around saying, 2026. 2026. Okay. But listen, here's the thing. I'm old enough to remember when the year 2000 seemed impossibly far into the future. But you know, the years march on and until they become a parade of decades. I'm grateful to be alive and privileged to see history unfolding in these times that future generations are going to study about, hopefully learn something from it too. But anyway, I have I've described to you a number of times about the extremely conservative evangelical church that I went to for some years as a kid. But something I have never shared with you is my first memories of being in church on Sunday mornings. It was Morningside Baptist Church on Weems Road, way down in Columbus, Georgia. Morningside Baptist at the time was this very elegant neoclassical building. It was red brick with tall rectangular windows and, you know, broad steps going up to the entrance and Doric columns and a very beautiful and simple neoclassical pediment in the front. It's very beautiful, very elegant, and surrounded by tall crepe myrtles that were so beautiful and they bloomed all summer. But anyway, today, these days, Morningside Baptist takes up the whole block. They've grown a bit, but it's a huge campus. But in 1963, it was just that main building that I described and a red brick building behind it for classrooms and offices. Now, it was literally up the street. Literally up the street, and my mom and I used to walk to church together. You know, that's a memory I wish I could relive. Walking to church with my mom on a warm spring morning in Columbus, Georgia. Sometimes I dream about Morningside Baptist Church, and I can still smell what the church smelled like inside. Now, beyond that, I don't remember a lot about it. But my mom wanted me to have a connection to the Bible and a connection to Jesus and the Ten Commandments and the Beatitudes. And, you know, she wanted me to be connected to all of that. And for her, that connection was the Baptist Church. So anyway, she wanted me to know the Ten Commandments. We had some lessons on this. So let's take a look. We're looking at Exodus chapter 20. We're going to plow right into this. This is an abridged version of the passage in Exodus 20. It says, I am the Lord thy God. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that's in heaven above or in the earth beneath. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Honor thy father and thy mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear a false witness against thy neighbor. And thou shalt not covet anything that belongs to thy neighbor. So there they are. All 10. And that's what my mom wanted me to learn. She wanted to teach that to me. But I had a question. Imagine that. And I said, what is covet? What does that mean? So she tried to explain it to me. My mom says, well, sweetie, let's say that your best friend, whose name was Charles, let's say that Charles has this nice new toy. And you like that new toy. And you like that new toy so much you want it. And you want to have your friend's new toy. That's what it means to covet. And it's a sin. Okay? So she went on, I remember this, she said, so if you're mad or you're unhappy because your friend Charles has the new toy, that's jealousy. Okay? And jealousy is also a sin. Now, listen, imagine the conversation we had when I said, what is adultery? But anyway, I says, well, if jealousy is a sin, then why is God jealous? Okay? And that question right there is what I think that we need to explore this morning. If jealousy is a sin, then why is God jealous? And I think this is a very perfect way to start off our new year together, our happy, prosperous, and blessed new year together. But, you know, coming through the Christmas season, and it's all about buying stuff and giving stuff and getting some more stuff. And so I think that this is very timely. So before we try to answer our question this morning, we need to know that this description of God as jealous is mentioned several times in the Old Testament. Here are some examples. Okay, Exodus chapter 34, verse 14, thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Deuteronomy 4, the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, a jealous God. And Deuteronomy 6, the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you. And in the very short book of Nahum the prophet, just plain and simple, gets right to the point, God is jealous. Now, it's easy to say that, well, you know, that's Old Testament God. Old Testament God was angry and jealous and all of this. New Testament God is loving and forgiving. Okay. But listen, here's the thing. There's only one God. And that one God is the same yesterday and today and for always. We know that. So New Testament, Old Testament, whatever it is, there's only one God. There's only one God. And so I began to wonder then what other teachers might have had to say about this question. So, well, I went to Google. The answer did not get any clearer. I did a little research, not a lot, but I did some research. And basically what they said was, it's okay for God to be jealous. But if we're jealous, it's a sin. So don't do it. No, that's not an answer. That's not an answer. And I say that response to the question or that solution to the problem is just not good enough. No matter how you slice it, it's just not good enough. We want more than that. And so we should not be surprised. I mean, seriously, we should not be surprised when people turn away from this and to embrace a spiritual path that promises to be easier. Or when people honestly say, it makes no sense as soon as you think about it. And they walk away from it. And others, listen, others have made a God out of the Bible itself. But when we shift our point of view, just a little, we can find this amazing spiritual teaching here about answers to prayer and prosperity and healing and miracles. Okay? So let's take a look. So, what does it mean? What does it mean that it's okay for God to be jealous, but not okay for us? Well, first of all, then, what does it mean? What are we even talking about? What are we talking about? That God is jealous. What does that mean? What are they saying? Now, there's a very simple, but also a very powerful spiritual teaching that is hidden inside of this. What it's teaching us is very important. Is that God is our only source. Okay? So, what is God the source of? Well, literally everything. God alone is our source of life and light and blessings, and God alone is our source of health and miracles and abundance, and God alone is our source of love and peace and protection. God alone. How simple is that, right? One divine source. I mean, one source. What could be simpler than that? Seriously simple. Just one source. So, okay. But for all of its simplicity, there's a serious warning that is built into it. Okay, it's one source. Okay, we get that. One source. So do not, we repeat, do not disconnect from it. Because here's the thing. Since there's only one source of life and light and blessings, if we disconnect ourselves from that one source, then we are completely disconnected. If we disconnect from the one source, there's no other alternative source to connect to. Now, here's a question. Can we really, truly disconnect from God as our one source? Well, as often the case in spiritual teachings, the answer is yes and no. Okay? No, we can never fully or completely disconnect from God. It is not possible. All right? No matter how completely mean or dark or filled with hate that a person might become, there remains at the very least, a trickle. At the very least, a trickle of life and love flowing into the heart of that person. All right? God is all there is. And we are always moving through a field of the consciousness of God. That is the teaching of Ernest Holmes. God is life. And where there is life, there is God. Okay? However dim that light of life might be. And God is love. And remember, that is, regardless of how much anger or hate or deceit there might be in a person's heart, God's love is still in there somewhere. You might have to look for it. It might be hiding under the bed, with the door locked, but it's still there. So in our heart of hearts, there is no ultimate or total disconnection from God. It's not possible. You just can't do it. For example, let's imagine for a second, or let's visualize. There's only one sky. Okay, one sky, not 3 or 4 or 5. There's only one sky above us. And the teacher reminds us that the blessing of rain, okay, and the blessing of rain, that is a code. It means the Creator's mercy, okay? That blessing of rain falls equally on the righteous as well as upon the wicked. So no, we cannot completely disconnect from the one source. And yet, in a different sense, and literally on a different level, yes, we certainly can disconnect ourselves from the one source. We can choose to do that, God forbid. Imagine for a moment, imagine your computer, okay? They're everywhere. So you can imagine or visualize the thousands of wires and little connecting boards and doodahs and individual wires that connect that computer into the wall and connect that computer into the internet. Imagine all these wires, because all these wires carry information and energy. So if you take the wire cutters, I mean, where are my wire cutters? If you take the wire cutters and you go in there and you cut one wire, what happens? Probably nothing. And then you go back and you cut another one, and nothing happens. But you keep cutting one wire at a time. And after a while, things are going to start to malfunction. You know, the display has this funny glitch. Or you have to press the enter key a bunch of times in order to make it do something. And after a while, the device just won't turn on at all. Now, we know better than to start cutting wires and circuit boards in the computer. We know better than that. But we actually, a lot of times, we seem to enjoy and relish cutting our wires to our one source. And it sounds crazy. I mean, why would you do that? You know, but listen, here's the thing. Seriously, every time that we act in a way that is unlike the Creator, okay, unlike the one and only divine source, every time we act in a way that is unlike the Creator, we cut one of our wires that connects us to our divine source. We cut a wire that carries energy. Because we lash out in anger. So we're angry, we're gonna hurt somebody. Snip. Or we take something. It's really not ours, but you know, nobody's looking. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Who cares? Snip a wire and disconnect a little more from the Creator. Or we're angry because the neighbors just bought a brand new car, and they're not even nice people. And how is it that they can have a nice new car and they're not nice people, and we can't have a new car, and we deserve it? You snip a wire. Ooh, I have the juiciest piece of gossip. Cannot wait to tell you, so listen closely the first time so I don't have to repeat it. And it feels so good to have the dirt on somebody. You just can't wait to tell it. You snip a wire. Connection to the Creator. Oh, I totally humiliated my coworker. You should have been there. It was great. Snip, snip, snip. And little by little, we disconnect from the light and blessings of that one source. And it was, you know, in ancient times, not so much anymore, but in ancient times, people would take a block of stone or a piece of wood, and they would carve it into an image. And as soon as it was carved into an image, and they had made it, then they'd fall down and worship and say, you are God. You are the source of rain. You are the source of fertility. You are the source of sunshine and wind and this is here we go. Wait a minute. Exodus chapter 32, this is in the Bible. It says, Aaron received their golden jewelry and melted it down into a golden calf. And they said, this is your God, O Israel, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. And the wires were cut and snipped and disconnected from the light of the Creator. And what the Creator is saying to us is very simple. It's very simple. Don't disconnect yourself from me. How can I bless you? How can I bless you with the fullness of my love if you won't connect? How can I protect you? How can I lift up your heart and your mind and renew your spirit? How can I give you all that I want to give you when you're busy cutting the wires that connect you to me? So when we're taught that God is jealous, and not only that, God's very name is jealous. When it says that God is jealous, it means that God is warning us. We're getting a warning. A warning. It says, and I use that word warning because it's the best choice. So warning us says, don't look at some other God. Okay? Don't be making eyes at other gods as if they're your source. I'm your source. Stay connected. And don't go talking to other gods when you think I'm not looking. Because I know they have nothing to offer you. I'm your source. There is no source beside me. And so don't flirt with other gods. And just think of me as if I'm a jealous lover. Okay? And stay connected to me. Because if you go chasing other gods, you go chasing after other gods, you go talking to them and flirting with them, you disconnect from me. And I know that you're going to think that I'm angry with you. I'm really not. I'm not angry. I'm really not angry. But when you disconnect yourself from me, it becomes very hard for me to protect you. Why do you think I gave you the 10 teachings in the first place? Because I want to keep you connected to me. So, jealous? That's a good description of how it looks to you. But I'm not going to punish you. I'm not going to punish you. The disconnection from my love is more than punishment enough. Why do you think I said to honor your father and your mother? It's because by honoring the source of your physical life, you honor the one source of your spiritual life, and it helps you stay connected. So listen, don't think that you're so grown up that you don't need to hold my hand, because you do. That this physical world is a really dark place, and there's more crazy stuff floating around out there than you realize. So don't let go of me, as in, don't dare let go. Now, if you and I are jealous, or if we covet, which is jealousy's big brother, if we're jealous, there is a very different spiritual dynamic that's going on. Now remember that to covet means that I want something, I really want something that someone else has. And it'll sneak up on you. But if I'm jealous, then either I am upset because someone has something that I don't have, or I am afraid of losing something that I do have. And listen, I have experience with this. I'm going to tell you something. If you know, most of my natal chart is Scorpio. And so if you know, I have, it is a dark and jealous energy. So I have a lot of experience with this and recognizing it and working to overcome it. And recently, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Nobody knows this. Very recently, I was shocked. I was genuinely shocked to realize that I had coveted something that belonged to my coworker. I was so shocked. So these things will sneak up on you through your back door if you're not careful. We have to stay awake and stay alert and aware. But anyway, I said that human jealousy is a different sort of a spiritual dynamic now. Now, here's what that means. Two things. There you go. Two things. First, let's say that your coworker got a raise, and your neighbor got a new boat. A new boat? And your cousin had a really, 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 really good day in the stock market. And your best friend keeps talking about this new relationship. Well, you won't shut up about it. Well, I wish I had enough money to have a boat. Not even a new boat, just a boat. And I'm jealous. My jealousy has become a prayer. Okay, you hear that? My jealousy becomes a prayer. Jealousy becomes a prayer, and that prayer will be answered. Okay? My jealous prayer says, God is not the source of my blessings. Those people over there across the street with a new boat, they are my source, and they are holding on to the blessings that should have been mine. My raise, my boat, my prosperity, my new relationship. And so what do you get? One guess. A major disconnect. That prayer will be answered. Okay? My prayer said, God forbid, God, you are not my source, obviously, because you won't bless me the way you bless them. Those people over there are the source because they got the blessings that should have been mine. And God says, okay, I guess I'm not your source after all. So if I'm not your source, who is? There's only one. And if I'm jealous, then I am affirming that God cannot provide for me, cannot bless me, or more probably simply won't. And a lot of people, all of us live our lives that way. And if we're angry because someone has something that we wanted, and they got it, and I wanted it, we are affirming, once again, that God will not provide for me. Let me share something profound with you. And listen, don't be confused by the obvious simplicity, okay? Here it is. What's mine in this world is mine. Okay? That's not profound. But it is. But it is. Because listen, what's mine in this world is mine. And what's mine cannot be taken away from me. Okay? If it is yours, if it's yours, if it's really yours, it's truly yours in this world, it cannot be taken away. Likewise, if the blessing is meant for you, if it's meant for you, it cannot be kept away from you. Take that in. Own it. If the blessing is meant for you, it cannot be kept from you. If the blessing is yours, it's really yours, it's really meant to be yours, it comes in its right way and its right time. It may not be our time, it may not be our way, but it comes in its right way and its right time according to God's love. When we eagerly, listen, when we eagerly and we joyously and eagerly acknowledge and celebrate the Creator as the only source of our blessings, then God will, God will shift the foundation of the earth to get the blessings and the miracles to us that are meant for us when we have certainty in the Creator. And we know In spite of what it looks like, there is one source, and that one source is God, and I am connected there. When God is really your only source. And there's another side to this, and this may be one of the most, this may be one of the most amazing and astounding things I have ever shared with you. Listen. When my teacher in the Kabbalah shared this, I could hardly wait to share it with you. Listen, when God is my only source, what is mine in this world is mine and cannot be taken from me. And anyone who would seek to take my blessings from me forfeits their own blessings to me. And judgments, God forbid, judgments that might have been due to me are transferred to that person. This is the spiritual dynamic that I was talking about. What is mine in this world, truly mine, cannot be taken from me. The blessings that are truly mine in this world cannot be kept from me. Take that in, because this is a huge shift. Anyone who would try to keep my blessing from me forfeits their own blessing to me. Any judgment that might have been due to me is transferred to that person. This is not a curse. It is not a negative thing. And this is a learning. It is a learning curve for people. And when that happens, you know, it's not a negative thing when our brother or our sister learns something that heals and elevates their consciousness. Even if it might, in the moment, seem like kind of an ouchy sort of a thing, in time, it will be all right. When God is my source, what need is there for jealousy? God is my source. The blessings that are mine come to me. What is mine and cannot be taken from me. Why do I have jealousy because those people over there got a new toy? I'm happy for them because I want more than anything to stay connected to the Creator. When I celebrate your blessings and you celebrate my blessings, then the source of all blessings will make sure that we all have more blessings to celebrate together and to share. That's the reason why God is called jealous. Because God is saying to us this morning, I'm the only source there is. Trust me on this. Please trust me on this. There's not another source. Don't chase after those other so-called sources. They're not going to help you. They may dazzle you in the short term, but long term, they're not going to help you. Then the blessings that are really ours come to us eagerly. The blessings that are ours want to come to us because they want to be acknowledged and celebrated and shared. And even if the doors of miracles and the gates of wonders of heaven have to be opened in order to accommodate us, it's done. It's done according to the way we believe. It's done. Because listen, here's the thing. Here's the bottom line. What are blessings? After all, it's love and health and joy and prosperity and peace, fulfillment, more than that. But on the bottom line, our blessings are simply the light of the Creator taking a form that we can understand and share. And so it is spiritual energy, and the more that we bring our blessings of light and celebrate your blessings of light, you celebrate my blessings of light, we celebrate everybody's blessings of light, there's more light. It's brighter. It's more elevated, more filled with peace, more filled with power so we can enjoy even greater blessings until it's time to leave them and go home. Our blessings and our light and our energy and consciousness elevate and heal the whole world. It's as if we have a duty to be blessed because we're connected to the Creator. That's so amazing. I've just been really excited to share this with you. And that's the consciousness that we're going to take into the new year and make it a new year of miracles and joy and blessings greater than anything we've ever seen before. Come with me on the journey. Jerry.
Mark,
There you are.
I'm here.
Back to you.
Thank you, my darling, for those wonderful words. It always amazes me how these talks on Sunday, not just you, but Margaret and Shay when she talks, and Susan, you deal with what's been in my heart, what I'm carrying around with me. And fellowship has always been that way for me. From the day one that I first came here, I know that there's a message for me every single Sunday that will help me deal with what is going on in my heart. And you just nailed it. You really
Okay.
did. You really did.
Well, sweetie, that's what I came for.
I know. And I'm blessed that you're here. And like you, I hope that everybody has a wonderful new year, but please take that into the new year with you, that God is your source, and all you have to do is just trust and not go snipping those little wires. Carry my little wire clippers around with me all the time. Anybody else have anything they'd like to say to Mark?
Yes, I would. I want to thank you. You were showing a different way of looking at things, and that seems to be something that's really important in my life at this time. I went to an Anglican Christmas Eve service, and it was very interesting. You were talking about how when you were growing up and that background and everything, and how I could see what they were saying and looking at it in a different way than I had before. So the same as you have, which is why you are where you are, and which is why I am where I am. So it's a way of growing, both, yes, mentally, spiritually. It's a good thing.
Indeed, it is.
That it is. That it is a good thing. He's what? Steve, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mark, for the time and healing. What I meant. Also, and get the opportunity to reply to my.
Steve, you're breaking up. Can you speak closer into the phone?
Yes. Okay, thanks, Mark, very much for a timely message in my healing. And I sent you a reply email to your holiday missive. If you would reply to that, I would appreciate it.
I'll do that.
Thank you, Mark.
And we are thankful for everybody who's in a healing mode with the beginning of the new year. Steve and Bill and George and Ron, Fred's mother. I mean, any of you who need healing, and hopefully they stay with the source also, because these things, it gets you through these things. It really does, knowing that you have something to believe in, someone. But thank you, Mark. Wonderful.
Welcome.
Okay, Shay, this is my Father's world.
Bye.
This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears, all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is my Father's world. I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, his hand the wonders wrought. This is my Father's world. The birds their carols raise, the morning strong. God is the ruler yet. This is my Father's world. How could my heart be sad? The Lord is King, let the heavens ring. God reigns, let earth be glad.
Thank you very much, Shay. You're a blessing to us for your music. And we're kind of light on people here today, so if you have offerings, please place them over your heart and repeat with me. Divine love flows through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Through infinity, I am prosperous. And so if you do have anything, if you'll place them in the little pan there, that'd be great. We have no children today. They thought they were coming, but I think they're still getting gathered up and ready for school next week. So I think that probably they're going to get back on track next week. We'll be taking down the Christmas tree today, or at least defrocking it, taking all its beautiful things off of it to store for next year. I hope that all of you out in our Zoom land and also in our sanctuary here today have a blessed, healthy, and happy new year. And thank you for being here. If you'll gather up, we'll sing out. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together in unity, and yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Thank you all for being here. Have a blessed week.
Thank you, ladies, for being here for us.
You will be back with us soon and feeling better. And Mark
That's what I'm
and Susan, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
Love to all.